Hi guys, how's it going? Hope everyone's good. I was just cutting the grass, so I've got a bit of a blocked nose. That's not a euphemism, by the way. I was literally mowing the lawn. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Hope you're good. Nunez says, "Let's go Reds." I hope we're wearing red. I was trying to match. I was trying to match by wearing the current kit today instead of like a retro one. So yeah, hopefully we match. Kelly says hi Kelly. Chiesa starts. Yeah, I saw that. It'll be interesting to see where he's playing specifically, to see if he's central or on the wing. We got Snus in the chat says, "Let's go." Yeah, let's go indeed. How you doing? Hope you're well. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I'm. Is it weird that like I'm more excited to see Chiesa than anything. I don't know why. I don't know why we've been deprived of Chiesa the entire season. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see him. Is that enough appearances for him to get his medal now? I certainly hope so. Harry says, hello, how are you? I'm good. I got news for you, Harry. I've got news for you. You'll be excited to know. So remember the other day when I was playing that game and we were in the mansion and I was like, why are there so many doors and why is this mansion so big when we just go in one door and we come out? And remember you said they'll probably send you back here later. So I've been playing the game for a bit longer, and I was in like a completely different area. And then when I exited this other area, I ended up back in the mansion. So I was like, Harry was correct. Because you were like, you know what? They'll probably bring you back in this mansion later. And I was like, oh, okay, we'll see. But no, you were 100% correct. So I'm back in that mansion now. Now I've opened 2 doors, which is a positive. Snus says, Mo Salah 2GA today. Yeah, let's hope so. We need him to break that record. I heard he was saying that he's already broken the record for a 38 game season. And if he gets the 2 more, then he breaks it for like a 42 game season. Is that correct? Either way, I think he'll do pretty good today. We got Red Rebellion in the chat saying Frimpong tick. Kirkes tick. WIRTZ. Yeah. Let me just double check on the WIRTZ thing. Yeah, the you know how last time we were chatting I was saying about WIRTZ. I'm still not 100% convinced. I'm slightly more convinced now because apparently he's got a smaller release clause for English clubs compared to German clubs, so there might be a bit of progress in that area. I'm starting to get on the hype train now, which means it probably isn't going to happen. But let's see. Derwood says hello. How you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Hope the gardening is going well. I was just mowing the lawn, so I've got a bit of a stuffy nose. It was the first time I've mowed the lawn like this year, so it's really thick. But yeah, that's my gardening update for today. Kirkes to LFC, here we go. Probably later this week. Frimpong, aka Ping Pong. Yeah, I think Ping Pong had his ping ponging medical today. So fingers crossed, Ping Pong will be ping ponging his way over to us in the next few days. Kirkes hopefully this week as well. I really like how fast the club is moving. You know what I mean? Like this season isn't even over yet and we're already bang. We need to sort out this priority position. Bang, we need to sort out this priority position, No waiting until the last week. And even though I love Endo, no waiting until the last week and getting endo. Like, we're organized, we're efficient, we're proficient. We're acting like a serious club again, which is probably related to the organizational change, because now we've got Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes. But yeah, it's good to see, us acting organized again, which is positive. I'm ready for next season. Can we simulate the rest of the season all the way to the first game of the next season? Maybe partially simulate it. Can we stop the simulation for each transfer, if you know what I mean? So like if WIRTZ comes in, we stop the simulation there. If we get a centre back, we stop the simulation there, then we restart it. So yeah, we can jump forward with a few stops. We do all love Chiesa. He's already got enough. Okay. Either way, I'm still happy to see him. Fish says hi. How you doing, Fish? I've been researching your team, Gornik Zabzra. They got a new kit. The new kit looks nice. It's like white. It's got gold writing on the back. It's got a bit of blue, bit of red. Apparently, it goes back to a classic kit that you had back in the day. So yeah, looks really good. Botman, we can go band for band. We can. Yes, he's at 46 right now, and he's 47 to tie, 48 to break it. Okay, let's hope for 2 today. Fish says, how's Kiwi? I got no idea who Kiwi is. 84 million pound for outside Germany, aka 100 million euro. Yeah, that makes sense as well, because it's like a round figure, 100 million. And we were doing the maths the other day, and it looks like we might bring in 200 million from sales. So if we do, what's 84 million? Ornstein said Kirkers isn't advanced as people are saying. Interesting. Did he say how advanced it was, or was he just trying to be a James Pierce and say, yeah, it's not happening? But yeah, I reckon we'll get it. Well, I reckon we'll get it over the line. I don't know how you feel about it, Dawood. I'd much rather have Kirkers than Hato. I mean, Hato might be an okay centre back, but whenever I've seen him playing left back, I haven't been particularly impressed. Salah's captain, very nice. Salah and what's his name, Danny Welbeck, tossing. Not tossing each other, that would be weird. Tossing a coin. City dropped out of WIRTZ. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that news. Why do you think that is? I was a bit curious. They did spend 200 million just in the winter window. 200 million on dross. So I don't know how much money they've got. But yeah, I mean, if you were WIRTZ, you'd rather come to Liverpool than City, to be honest. Yeah, that's the other half of the calculation there. 126 for Bayern, like 84 for us. They're just about to kick off. I'll set this timer. You'll notice I've got champs written on there. I didn't forget today. Dawood had to remind me last time. You said you were going to put champs every time, and I was like, oh yeah, I did. But I've remembered this time. So there's something. And you know the sad thing is, I actually set this up yesterday to write champs in case I forgot last minute. So yeah, we got champs. So it's not going to say Liverpool for the rest of the season. It's going to say champs. It's all Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes. Yeah, the nerds are cooking. The nerds are organized, and it makes sense, right? Let's get all our transfers in. Let's have a full preseason. Ooh, so Bazlai's through here with his Hungarian hair. Chiesa is central. Gakpo with a shot. Ooh, just wide. So Chiesa is central. On some lineups, Chiesa was on the left. On some, he was central. But Chiesa is central here. Red Rebellion says Kirkes will join. We are in the final negotiations now. Yeah, I hope so. I've got a good feeling. about Kirkes. If I was to put a percentage chance on it, not that I know more than anyone here, because I don't, but if I was to just put a percentage chance on it, gut feeling, I would say probably like 90%. And the other thing is with Kirkes, he seems to be liking all of like our Instagram posts. Like he liked the Instagram post about Frimpong joining Liverpool, and I'm like, if you were not joining Liverpool, or you were not Dutch, why would you like a Frimpong joining Liverpool post? Fish says you'll never walk alone and you'll never swim alone. Fishy is here, Fishy Dharma, as he's known now. I'm learning more about Fish every day. Sports Gornik Zabzera, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong. But when I Google them, they've got a new kit out. It actually looks quite nice. It actually looks quite nice. I like the gold lettering on the back. Score predictions, and sorry I didn't respond. I had to leave live. That's okay. I was just saying that you were correct. You know, when I was playing that game the other day, and we ended up in the mansion, and I was like, this mansion is huge. Why do we only go in one door and come back out? And then you said, you know what? They'll probably send you back to this mansion. And now I've gone through like a secret tunnel somewhere else in the game, and I've ended up back in the mansion. So you were correct. You do end up back in the mansion. Snow's prediction 4-1 Liverpool. Yeah, I think we'll get a lot of goals today. I also think we'll get a lot of goals today, you know. There's no Van Dijk, so that's probably the one. It's a KONATE, and then it's a Kwanzaa on the left. So Kwanzaa's playing in Van Dijk's position. Do we think this could be for his future? Who knows? Chris Holmes says, really want Rafa Benitez back? Really? You want Rafa Benitez back over Slot? Interesting. I have a bit of a soft spot for Rafa. I can't lie, even though most people hate him. Leighton says, yo. Leighton, aka Dexter says, yo. And K Hussein also says, yo. Hope you guys are doing good. Yeah, I was in a rush today, and I forgot to set up the TikTok comments, but I think I'll fix it now. I was thinking, shit. You know when you're in a rush and you forget, and you're like, I swear I'm forgetting one thing. It was the TikTok comments. They should come up on the screen now. If you could try. Had a feeling. I think it's more 115, 130, and WIRTZ said nah. As in WIRTZ said nah to us, or he said nah to Bayern? Yeah, 1-4 Liverpool. Yeah, we're away from home. City dropped out for the money. Oh, got a taste of their own medicine for a change. Perhaps also, not to give them any credit, but do you suspect that they need to make significant changes to their entire squad, so they can't spend that much on one player maybe? Because with City, the impression I get, free kick by Szoboszlai, shite free kick. With City, the impression that I get is that they need to rebuild the entire squad. It was Agent Sabo who convinced Kirkes, yeah, our Hungarian brothers. Got Pixel in the chat, says, come on, Chiesa. We were watching Man City versus Crystal Palace the other day, Pixel. And there was a disallowed goal for Munoz, and we thought he scored. And he was like, oh my God, Munoz has scored. We need to tell Pixel immediately. We need to tell him immediately that he was correct. And then it got disallowed, and we're like, oh, okay. And then I think Munoz got an assist with the cross as well for the goal. And we were like, okay, so maybe Pixel is onto something with this Munoz guy. I mean, he looked good, to be fair. Good going forward and good attacking. That's your friend named Robbie. Good to know. Okay, I'll fix the TikTok comments. Bagwell says, hi. K Hussein says, let's go. I can't believe we have Chiesa on. I'm the same. Like, as soon as I saw kind of Chiesa in the lineup, I got so happy. And I'm weirdly like just watching this for Chiesa. Not just, but like a lot of me is kind of watching this for Chiesa. And he's playing central as well. I feel like we've waited an entire year for this, so it's good to finally have it. I don't know what it is. You know when you're just deprived of something for so long and then then you finally get it. So yeah, I'm excited to see what he does. Leighton, aka Dexter, says Man City have left the WIRTZ race. I think we get him if he decides he wants to leave Germany. Jersey? Germany, yeah. I'm with you on that. I think we're an attractive proposal for any player now, kind of being champions, got a good manager, we're strengthening in multiple positions. And I think another thing that we can offer young players is that you're gonna develop here. You're gonna develop here, and you're gonna get better. Whereas if you go to Man United, you'll get more money, but then you'll be washed up in 2 years, and your career won't go the way you want it to. So yeah, I think we're an attractive proposition, which is funny, right? Because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, when Jurgen Klopp goes, no one's gonna want to join," but it's the opposite. It is the opposite. All right, yeah, to City. Elliot, Dawood's favorite player, Harvey Elliott. I do like Harvey Elliott as well. He's playing the more advanced role today. So Szoboszlai is basically playing McAllister's position, which is kind of funny because this is the McAllister derby. And McAllister's not playing. Is he on the bench? Hope he's on the bench. He ain't even on the bench. Is he injured or something? But yeah, Szoboszlai is playing a bit deeper today. And he got an assist and man of the match. Yeah. Like we were probably bigging you up saying Pixel was correct. like Munoz is that guy. Like defensively he was resolute. Going forward he looked very good. Oh, Bradley, speaking of right backs, is that a goal? Is that a goal for Elliot? Is that a goal for Durwood's favourite player? Did Durwood predict the future? I think Elliot might have scored. I think Durwood is also a good scout then, because Durwood's been asking for Elliot the entire season, and then as soon as Elliot gets a start, he scores in 9 minutes. So yeah, pretty good. But yeah, on Munoz, yeah, defensively very good, attacking very good. Like the finish for the goal was quite good, the assist was good. So yeah, you were 100% on that. I want Salah to get 2 goals and 2 assists today. Let's hope so. I think Bradley just got that one. Fish, you keep saying that this is your friend named Robbie. Does your friend named Robbie have a surname of any sort? Or K Hussein says, I hope next season he'll play often. I hope so as well. You know what? I hope it's not like a conspiracy theory or anything bad. And I hope it literally is a case that he just hasn't played because he hasn't been fit and he hasn't had a preseason. So I hope he has a preseason. I hope he gets that level of fitness, and I hope he starts. I'm just seeing a kind reminder to update the That's the thing with my excuses. Because Durwood has to remind me every time to update the score. My excuse is the Liverpool games are a lot more popular. So I'm quite often triple tasking, but I'm glad I have people to help me with the score. Because if you guys didn't remind me, it'd say 0-0 for the whole thing. I want Mo Salah to have a clean 30 goals and 20 assists. Yeah, a clean 50 GA would look very clean. Leighton, aka Dexter, let me know if the aka Dexter part's getting annoying. Says, what's your thoughts on the KONATE situation? I like KONATE. I like his ability. I can tell he's a good guy to kind of have around the dressing room. But equally, if he doesn't want to sign a contract this year, I'd look to kind of move him on. Because I don't think any of us can deal. Like, my beard was not this grey last year. And I would like to attribute this greyness to the Liverpool Football Club contract situation this year. So, like, if we have to go through the same thing with KONATE again next year, it's going to be fully grey, you know what I mean? So, like, from my perspective, they just need to sort it out. And again, perhaps it's a lot easier said than done. But try and sort it out and try and reach a conclusion this season. And then if he wants to stay, give him the new contract this season. If he doesn't want to stay, try moving him on. Because we cannot afford to lose another good young player who's and he is young because he's a centre back. We can't afford to Chiesa, Elliot again. Oh, Elliot missed the ball there. We'll pretend that didn't happen. Like, for me, we can't afford to lose another one on a free. So let's sort it out this year. New contract would be ideal, but if he doesn't want to sign, then sell and move on. Worst dive I've ever seen. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mo assist. I swear it was Bradley, but it's been corrected. Yeah, Elliot. Yeah, so Elliot with the goal. Connor Bradley with the assist. Connor Bradley showing levels to number 66, who's on the bench. We just call him number 66. Tim Davis says, I hope Liverpool win today. I also hope they win today. I'm probably making it a bit obvious with this shirt. But yeah. I'm hoping for a fun game and a high scoring game. Yeah, scores updated now. I do need to be reminded quite often. Leighton says, nah, it's good. It's not annoying. Okay, that's good to know. All the opposition fans are going to cry when they see our squad for next season, says Red Rebellion. You know what? They're crying right now. They're literally crying right now about it. Have you seen? There's all this fume about, like... And they're crying in such a way that they're making up lies. They're saying, oh, Liverpool always spends so much money. And it's like, do we? In the last 3 windows, so in the winter window, in the summer window, and the winter window before that, we spent £12 million. We bought one player in Chiesa. So we don't always spend lots of money. We kind of spend money at the right time. Yeah, it's just kind of funny to see. And it's always the same. It's always the same characters, isn't it? Doing that, but yeah. Let them cry about it, and then they can continue to cry about it next season when hopefully we win more trophies. I don't really understand the mindset. Maybe because I'm like a bit older, but I'd be like, you know what? Fair play. You're sorting yourself out early, so that you can have a full preseason. You're not overpaying for players. You spent 30 million quid on a right back, maybe 40 million on left back. You know, it's not like 100 million on Guardiola or whatever. Like you're making astute signings for reasonable money. Like if that was, I don't know, Man United or Chelsea, I'd be like, fair play, you're doing it properly. And moreover, you don't have, like you're spending the money that you generate within the club. So I'm like, what can I fume about? If I'm going to fume, I should be angry at my own club for not doing things properly, not angry at you. I'm directing my anger at the wrong place. But again, 10 years ago, maybe I would have been annoyed, but not these days. I'm happy that Gomez is on the bench. Yeah, I'm a secret Joe Gomez fanboy. I do like Joe Gomez. I just like his versatility. And I think he comes across really well. I think he comes off really well in interviews as well. He's very shy. I quite like that about him. Like a multi-million-pound footballer being shy. I just find that quite, I don't know, quite not humbling, but you know what I mean. It makes a change. Not like flashy, wearing expensive watches, expensive clothes. It's just very shy person. See, I have a bit of a soft spot for Joe Gomez. Can't lie. My friend named Robbie is your favorite friend. My friend named Robbie is your favorite friend. So then doesn't that make him my friend then, since he's my favorite friend? We should start calling him my friend Robbie, not your friend Robbie. Leighton says that they're crying because every time we get in the race early, we win it like Frimpong. We jumped on it. Yeah, I left a comment somewhere. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or one of those where I was like, Frimpong is going to be like an 80 million pound player in 2 years. You know how McAllister is a 100 million pound player now? And we bought him for 35. I see the exact same thing happening with Frimpong. And then they're going to turn around and be like, oh, how do Liverpool always do it? How do Liverpool always do it? Because we buy the right player. We don't just spend our money on the most flashy player. Like the most flashy player, as an example, would be Hakimi or something. Hakimi would cost over 100 million and probably 500,000 in weekend wages. But we buy the right player. And I think another crucial thing is, I think Liverpool gives them space to mess up. And I think that's important because I think you learn by kind of messing up. That doesn't work all the time. Take Nunes as an example. But generally speaking, like, I feel like Liverpool is a club that doesn't really turn on you if you mess up. So then that gives players confidence. It gives them space to learn. Whereas I think if Frimpong went to, say, a Chelsea, as an example, the second time he messed up, they'll chuck him out of the team and they'll buy somebody else. You know what I mean? So I think we give players that breathing room to develop. And I think that's another one of our strengths. Liverpool fans typically are not like, let's replace him immediately. Chelsea till I die, says Frimpong. See, I'm just like hating on Chelsea, yeah. And then as soon as I'm hating on Chelsea, I see Chelsea till I die, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Couldn't time that any better. Frimpong wouldn't get into the Chelsea team. I think he would. I think he would. With that said, though, I was watching the Chelsea game the other day, and that Reece James assist was absolutely amazing. You know the one where he kind of swiveled and crossed it in. I was like, you know what? Fair play. When he's not in the hospital, like he's a pretty good player. But I think that's the point I'm making. Like at Liverpool, you will get that space to develop. You will get that space to kind of mess up. So even if he maybe wouldn't get in front of Reece James now, he's given that space to grow and he's given that kind of space to develop. And I think that's something that kind of appeals to. That's something that kind of appeals to a lot of up and comers. Bradley being injured more than Reece James this season. That makes the title win all the more funny, doesn't it? If Bradley's been injured a lot and Trent's been injured a lot, so are we saying that we won the Premier League without a right back? Wild. Did you see the send off for Mamadashvili from Valencia yesterday? I saw it. I saw it posted, if you know what I mean, but I didn't click on it. I haven't clicked on it. It was when I was doing, what was I doing at the time? It was when I was doing my laundry. I don't know why I need to give that information, but yeah. I saw it, but I didn't click on it. Was it good? Is it worth checking out? I do have an update for you, Durwood. I did check out the Gravenberg song. You know, and when you wrote it down, I said, okay, I need to check out the song. It was a pretty good song. I'm looking forward to hearing more of that song next year. Red Rebellion says, "Lol, Frimpong better than any wide player Chelsea have." Yeah, I do think Frimpong is very good, and I do think he will kind of suit. Ooh, Chiesa. I do think he'll suit our system very well. Oh, just wide, just wide. The thing is, a lot of it is kind of opinion, if you know what I mean. I kind of see the merits to both, but I think in Liverpool's system, I'd much rather kind of have Frimpong. Chelsea till I die says Reece James is the best right back in England. You know, to be fair, I do think Reece James is very good. He's only kind of what holds him back is his fitness and his injury record. In some ways, he's a bit of a mix. I always felt he was a bit of a mix between Trent and Kyle Walker to a certain degree, without the infidelity. But yeah, like I think injuries have kind of hurt him a lot. Leighton says he is number 66 is better. Yeah, I guess it depends it depends what you need. Like if you're playing against a team that's kind of a very low block, who you're gonna have a lot of the ball against, then I'd probably favor having Trent. Whereas if you're gonna kind of be up against a team that's gonna attack you more, then James might be better in that kind of case. Chelsea till I die says PGML won you the Premier League. Let's hope they win us the Premier League again next season, and then hopefully the season after that as well. Because winning the league is good, but like seeing how much it pisses people off makes it even funnier. So what I'm hoping happens next year is that the referees win us 100 points, just to make everyone have a nervous breakdown. Because the nervous breakdowns make it funnier. Frimpong is better than any Chelsea player. Lol. Yeah, I mean Chelsea are in a bit of a bizarre place in the sense that they seem to buy anything that is under a certain age. Perhaps Frimpong being 24 was perhaps a bit too old for Chelsea. Chelsea in some ways are like the Leonardo DiCaprio of football. Free kick here. Chelsea till I die says we could end up with one trophy like the victims this season. I don't know what you mean by that. Could you perhaps elaborate? And additionally, does the Conference League really count as a trophy? I mean, does it really? Is it though? Is it actually a trophy? I don't even know what it looks like. I'll have to Google it. Szoboszlai free kick. Hits the wall. Pressing very high today. Cleared. Fish is saying no Carlos Vela today. He's ill. Hasn't Carlos Vela retired? You made me Google like the randomest things, Fish. Carlos Alberto Vela most recently played for LAFC. He's retired. He's been retired for 2 years. Oh my God. Is this... Now I've got Carlos Vela saying, "Oi, I don't know if all these accounts are actually fish deep down." but let's see. Let's go, Anthony and Betis. Yes, Anthony is another player who seems to have thrived as soon as he left that toxic club. It's just a loan. It's just a loan, though, isn't it, for Anthony? So will he like even want to go back, if you know what I mean? I mean, he seems to be having the time of his life in Spain. You boys definitely need a striker. Nunes is awful. Well, I agree with you on that. And the thing is, awful probably ain't even harsh enough. Like the thing I felt, yeah. I'm having to stop myself every 2 seconds, but yeah, he ain't it, shall we say? The good thing is on Nunes, it does look like he's gonna go, so we will get someone in. Salah's had a very good season, but it's unlikely that he'll repeat that. Red Rebellion says Klopp almost signed Anthony. I heard about that, and it was to replace Salah apparently. So for some reason, I think it was around the time when there were talks around kind of Salah's contract, and I think Anthony was perhaps viewed not as a backup but as a contingency plan in case Salah didn't sign. That news came out about a year ago, didn't it? And everyone basically had a heart attack to say Anthony. But what's to say if Anthony was at Liverpool, we wouldn't get the Betis Anthony instead of the Man United Anthony. But even then, it's not a risk it's not a risk I want to think about. Klopp was a very good coach, tactically very good, man management very good, everything very good, hairline very good, but not the best at identifying new players. Very good at coaching existing players, but that perhaps wasn't his strength. Chelsea Till I Die says that Chelsea are in advanced talk with Lisbon for Gyökeres. That would be interesting. Gyökeres has been on fire this season. What kind of transfer fee are they asking? Is it like 60 million or something? I'd be curious to see him in the Premier League, to be fair. And I think it would be good. I think it would be good for Chelsea to get like a solid number 9, if you know what I mean. Not like a Jackson or, someone who's actually done it. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Durwood says, anyone else get the feeling that Fish is a teenager or really old guy that lives in his mother's fish basement with a bunch of computers? Funny thing is, I was thinking about this. Was it the day before yesterday? Like, how old is Fish? Because Fish says that he has a daughter, but sometimes I'm like, I don't know. But then other times Fish says I'm at school. Fish, can you tell us like how old you actually are? Because sometimes you say you have to pick your daughter up from school, but then sometimes you say you're at school. So I want to know. Chelsea Till I Die says Liverpool want Nkunku. Please. What's the This is actually a genuine question. Like, what makes you say that? Do you not want to sell him, or do you think he's really good? Or do you think he's injury prone and not worth it? Like, this is a genuine question. Like, I'm curious. Like, what are like the genuine thoughts about Nkunku? I think it's the United curse. He's crushing it at Betis. Yeah, Anthony. Yeah, the United curse. That Mateus Cunha will no doubt enjoy next year. 60 million for Gyökeres. I mean, 60 million's I think that's a fair fee. It must be a release clause, right? But for a player who's got that many goals. Ooh, Brighton through here. Oh, for God's sake, they've scored. But Alisson's got his hand up. It's all right. Van Dijk's not playing, so that's what we'll blame it on. No flag? No flag? Okay. I'll update the score. Yeah, 60 million is probably like a fair fee, to be honest. And like even these days, like 60 million is not a huge amount. So for somebody who's like a coveted striker, I'm just seeing if that goal's offside. That looked onside. Yeah, the Brighton player is like 4 miles onside there. Fish is evil. I'm actually free agent. I'm pretty sure Carlos Vela is also Fish. And there was an account on Twitch that was saying that they had very dry skin in their nether regions, and then they got then they got banned. I'm fairly sure that was Fish as well. Chelsea till I die. So Chelsea are a world-class striker away from challenging. You're probably correct, because I think they're fourth. They're fourth, to be fair. The fourth. Yeah, the fourth with 63 goals. So if they can get that up to and Arsenal are second with 67 goals. Yeah, no, I'd agree with that. Like, I don't think Jackson's it, but if they can get like a proper marksman, they'll be tough. Bernice says, "What's up, dude? How's your day going? Which club is your favorite?" This one. Yeah, I support Liverpool. It's a weird story as to why I support Liverpool, but I do. Van Dijk's warming up. Fucking hell. Van Dijk's warming up. Slot has seen enough of Kwanzaa. But yeah, Liverpool. How about you, Bernice? Nkunku is awful. Okay, fair enough. That's a shame, because he was very highly regarded when he was in Germany for Leipzig. Brighton through again. Alisson still in Saudi celebrating. It looks like it. Thinking about his barbecue that he's gonna have next. Leighton's caught on is saying, "Is bro on Kick, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube?" Yes, all 4 at once. I can do more, but I'm thinking this is enough. I was thinking, should I do like Facebook as well? I'm thought, nah. But I think this 4 is enough. My computer over here is getting hot enough doing 4. There's another one like Trovo, but like I looked at it and it's all like Russian, and I'm like, nah, allow that. But yeah, I think this is okay for now. Yeah, Alisson perhaps should have tried a bit harder for that. But I won't be too critical on him. He will have a Georgian arriving soon who will perhaps challenge him for his spot. Here's Simikas. Good tackle by Kwanzaa. Bernice's favourite team is Barcelona. So you must have been very happy with the winning the league the other day against was it against Espanyol? But yeah, nicely done. It's always nice to see Real Madrid not win the league. Who's your favourite footballer? Right now, probably Ryan Gravenberch. But it's one of those things that changes, isn't it? But yeah, how about you? That's the important question. So Bosla is actually deeper than Gravenberch here. Kwanzaa. Got a feeling this is gonna be this is probably gonna be Kwanzaa's last season. I reckon he'll go. We can get a decent amount of money for him. But what that means is if KONATE also goes, then we need to buy 2 centre backs. Guess what? I am not Fish. Yes, we totally believe you, Fish. We totally believe you. We don't look as aggressive. We don't look as aggressive as we did in the first couple of minutes. Yeah, you're 100% correct there, Red Rebellion, and I suspect that's partly why it's a it's partly why I think it's a changed lineup. I think he is putting them in the shop window, so that's a good way of kind of phrasing it. Because I think it will just act as a reminder to the clubs, just what the qualities are of these players. Of course, it can backfire, but that's the risk you take. I hope that's not what is happening with Chiesa. I hope he's not in the shop window. But if I'm honest, he probably is. In terms of the players that are starting today, then I think Kwanzaa's in the shop window. I think Tsimikas is in the shop window. Even though I like Elliott, I think he might be in the shop window. I think Chiesa is possibly in the shop window. Has Kelleher decided where he's going? I saw some rumors about Leeds, and kind of no kind of disrespect to Leeds, but I think he can do better. He can do better than Leeds. You know what I mean? Like I think he's a top goalkeeper. But the flip side is if he goes to Leeds, he's gonna start every single game. So perhaps he just wants game time. Perhaps he doesn't want to move far. Kind of Liverpool to Leeds is not that far, so maybe that's part of it. Kwanzaa likely to go. Yeah, I'm with you on that. A lot of people are kind of opposed to Kwanzaa leaving, but I wouldn't be too. Oh my god! Why is the timer stopped? This happened the other day. I must be pressing something random. There we go. Yeah, I must have done something. But yeah, a lot of people are quite opposed to Kwanzaa going, but I think it's probably for the best. Kelleher might go to Leeds. Yeah, that's kind of what I've seen the news about. I mean, what kind of transfer fee are people thinking? 20 million? I do think he's a lot better than a 20 million pound goalkeeper, but given he hasn't got much time left on his contract, 20 million might be the best we can get. David says Chiesa should have stayed at Juventus. Liverpool ruined his career. I mean, I perhaps wouldn't say it ruined his career, but equally, I understand where you're coming from. Like, why has he not been playing? Like, I had the theory that he had pictures of Slot with hair, and therefore kind of Slot didn't want to play him for that reason, or because whenever he plays, he looks decent. He doesn't look as unfit as we're led to believe. So I don't know what the situation is. But the rumours are regarding Chiesa, he might go to Napoli. We might make a profit on him. So hopefully just kind of one off season doesn't ruin his career too much. If he can go to Napoli and start playing regularly again, then that's a positive. But yeah, I'm curious as to why he hasn't been playing that much. He would be good at Leeds. It sucks that he's going to go, but it would be nice to see him start. Hope he plays on Sunday. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to see him get some regular game time. I do really like Kelleher. I think he's a good keeper. Counts as a youth player. Counts as a kind of homegrown player on kind of relatively modest wages, but also from a performance aspect, very, very good. Very good at penalties. Good distributor. So I'm disappointed to see him go. And I'm not even 100% sure Mamardashvili is actually going to be better. But it's a case of, I think we have to just let him go for the sake of his career. Salah, Fish says, "Oh my God, what happened? Oh my God, what happened?" You're like Superman, Fish, but you're Clark Kent saying, "Oh my God, did something happen? Did something happen over here?" Yeah, I'll tell you what happened. Carlos Vela was pretending not to be you. We suspect that it is you, but you're doing the whole Superman Clark Kent routine saying, "Hey, something happened over here. What's been going on over here?" So you are Superfish. Yeah, I don't know why, but I have to keep an eye on it while it's stopping. Red Rebellion says, "I think we get at least 30 million for Keller. 30 million would be a fair fee. I think 30 million would be a fair fee for everyone. Like, yeah. Realistically speaking, he's worth more than that, but kind of given the limited amount of time he's got left on his contract, 20 million would be bare bones, but if we can get 30 million, perhaps that makes everyone happy and we move on." Glitbo says, "I need Mohamed Salah, I presume, for 2 shots assisted. Do you think he'll get it?" We hope so. He hasn't got it yet. But if Salah gets 2 more, then he breaks the record. So we certainly hope so. I mean, he is trying. But let's see. Glitbo says, "I know, I'm hoping, yeah." He the thing is with the Salah record, he has already broken it for a 38 game season, so I think he's doing this for a 42 game season now. But yeah, everyone's keeping an eye on it, that's for sure. I agree that penalty save from Mbappe upped his resume. Yeah, it did. I think it's just sad to see him go from the perspective of he was a youth player and he's not going because he's rubbish. He's going because we can't offer him what he needs. So it's kind of on us in some ways. Like if Alisson didn't exist, like he'd be a starter and he'd be loving it, playing for like the club, his boyhood club. So it's just a bit sad from that perspective, even though I understand, but you know what I mean. It would have been nice for him. Free kick here with 1 minute left. Oh my God! How has he done that? How's Szoboszlai done that? I didn't know he could do that. He looks shocked and confused himself. He's like, how did I do that? He looks puzzled himself. He heard that we might be getting Florian WIRTZ, and he's like, "You do not need WIRTZ. I can shoot myself. I mean, he actually worked. He actually worked the free kick as well. Assist for Harvey Elliott. So in 45 minutes, Harvey not good enough Elliott has a goal and an assist. You see Slot's celebration. Slot touched his freshly shaven head in disbelief. Even Szoboszlai looks completely shocked at that. Yeah. Goal, says Red Rebellion. What a goal, says Delwood. It is a crazy goal. I almost thought it was a bit of a cross. And then it just went in. And I was like, wow, okay. Did you watch the press conference where Slot said Chiesa was a player for the short term? I searched for it. I searched for it. I couldn't quite find it. You mentioned it was the Man United one, wasn't it? I did search for it, but I couldn't quite find it. I'll need to try searching for it again. Leighton, aka Dexter, says, "I'm back. Who scored?" Szoboszlai scored. Kind of. I don't know how to describe it, but like Szoboszlai took a free kick, but in the free kick he did like a bit of a 1-2 with Harvey Elliott, and then kind of smacked it in long range. Nice goal, to be fair. Very nice goal. But yeah, that was also I need to update the score. That was a assist for Harvey Elliott. There we go. So in 45 minutes, Elliott's got a goal and an assist. We can't really expect much more than that. Fish says these nuts. Fish don't have nuts, or do they? I'm gonna Google it because it's half time. Apparently you do. Apparently most male fish do. And you have a pair of them apparently. What type of fish are you? Like, if you tell us what type of fish you are, then we can Google it. If you're a shark, your one on the right side is bigger than the one on the left side, apparently. It's a biology lesson. Yeah, this is a fish keeps us entertained with some of the stuff he comes out with sometimes. We appreciate it though. I think Slot will surpass Klopp in a few years. I think that as well. We're not allowed to say it though, but I agree with you. We're not allowed to say it because you get called ungrateful if you say it. But I agree with you. I think Slot's a more... I've pulled a muscle out because I did some exercise today for the first time in a while. So now slightest movement. I think Slot is more tactically flexible as a coach, and I think what perhaps helps is that Slot is the head coach and not the manager. So he's not going to be getting into beef with the sporting director, because the way the structure goes now is like Michael Edwards is the CEO of football. Below him you got Julian Ward, who's technical director. Below him you got Richard Hughes, who's the sporting director, and below Richard Hughes, you've got Arne Slot, who's the head coach. So there's this whole hierarchy above him. Whereas I think when Klopp was there, it was just kind of Klopp, and Klopp was running the entire thing. So I think having that structure in place will allow Slot to focus more on the tactical side, and it'll let the geeks focus on the transfer side. Obviously with Slot's input, and then, yeah, they'll go from there. Ow. I hope you did incognito for that search. I did. I opened the new browser window in private mode and said, do fish have testicles? Then I learned a lot. You're being me with a pulled muscle. Yeah, I'm just going to stand up for 2 seconds. But am I okay? Yeah, I'm just gonna walk around for 2 seconds. Give me a second. Yeah, it'll go away. It'll go away by itself. Did Paisley surpass Shankly? Debatable. Some people say yes, some people say no. Leighton says no, but this isn't 1970 anymore. Foundations are foundations. That's a fair point as well. Arne Slot has been playing a different type of football. He has. It's a bit. I think what makes it impressive is he's been doing it. He's been doing it not with his players. He's been doing it with. With Klopp's players. It's more kind of possession-based football. It's less aggressive. It is still aggressive, but I think it is still aggressive, but it's less aggressive. So that it's more reserved. It's more kind of pick your moment rather than attacking all the time. A bit like my leg, it went away. Yeah, it's kind of gone away, but it's kind of still there. That's how you know you're getting old. You can just be sitting down and you can pull them. Fish says these nuts Livramento. Livramento. He's on your top 10 hottest players list, isn't he? So what do you want to do with your nuts on Livramento? Because when you were telling us your top 10 hottest players list, I do recall that Livramento was on there. So yeah, what do you want to do regarding your nuts on Livramento, or do we not want to know? Red Rebellion makes a good point, saying Slot is also not here to make any friends or get too close with players. I think it's a good thing. Yeah, he keeps boundaries. He keeps I think he keeps boundaries, which I think is a positive thing. I think Klopp was friendly with the players, which I think it can be a good thing. But I think if you go too far in the friendly direction, then they can maybe see you as a friend and not a manager. And so I think things can, and I think they can therefore, the players can then become a bit lazy. Because I think, he's our mate kind of thing. Whereas Slot, I think, keeps it a bit more kind of structured. I mean, I'm sure he gets on with the players, but equally, he seems a bit more blunt. And I don't know if it's a Dutch thing, but the real test, I think the real test will be in a few years to see has his approach worked, or should he have tried a different approach. But it is different, and in the immediate short term, you can say it has worked because you won the Premier League. Leighton says, "What's your YouTube and Twitch?" Twitch is football_Ligue. live streams. I'll see if I can figure out a way to type it here. YouTube, if you go on my profile, and click it, I think it should be on the top, you know. Yeah, so my YouTube is on the if you go on my profile, you know, the bit at the top, it should show you there. Twitch, I'll see if I can post a link. I'm on a desktop, but I think I know a way of posting a link. And this will act as a distraction because that pull muscle is still effing hurting. If I just do this, oh, for God's sake. Ow. There you go. That should do. Yeah, that's the Twitch, and the YouTube's in the profile thing. I'm thinking of making like a YouTube video. I had an idea today, but I don't know if it's a bad idea. So I'm thinking of making a YouTube video called what is Trent's best position for Real Madrid? And I'm gonna give like 3 options, right? And option number 1 is gonna be like sitting next to the goalkeeper, but I'm like, the goalkeeper doesn't know English, so that's not gonna help. Option number 2 is gonna be sitting in the middle of the bench, which is gonna be my recommendation, because if he's sitting in the middle of the bench, he can see Jude really easily. And then option 3 will be whatever. So the joke is all 3 positions are just different positions on the bench. But like the last time I posted a Trent video, I got quite a lot of pushback. So I don't know if I'll do it. I probably will do it, but we'll see if I can find the time. The players are happy, which is most important. For both Salah and Virgil, extending shows that Slot has got things under control. Yeah. I think that's a big one. It shows they must have a level of confidence in the manager, and I think that speaks volumes as well, given that this is a new manager who is managing in a new league, but 2 legendary players still felt like it made sense for them to extend their contracts. So that's positive. The fact that big stars have extended their contracts is positive. And the fact that won the league first season is also positive. You got Jeremy Frimpong in the chat. We're so glad to have you here, Jeremy. How was your medical? Hope your medical went well. Hope you had a nice flight over from Leverkusen. Hope they gave you some nice food on the plane, and hope looking forward to seeing you replace Trent, Jeremy. We're sure you'll do a fantastic job. And yeah, hope you have a nice flight back to Leverkusen. But you're coming back soon. Newcastle's GOAT is Livramento. Really? Over Alan Shearer, Fish? That's controversial. Herp says, I was like, Herp? What would Herp's plural be? But then that'd be Herps, not herpes. Nothing is going through Chiesa at all. It's not. It does look a bit ostracized up front, I can't lie. With my Chiesa fanboy hat on, and this is what this is, I'm gonna irrationally say that it's because he's not getting any service, and therefore he's been struggling. So yeah, I'm totally shamelessly gonna blame it on everyone else and not Federico with his nice little haircut. But yeah, I would like to see him get involved a bit more. To be honest, like, The attack doesn't seem to have a much urgency, if I'm honest with you. Salah's tried, Gakpo's done pretty much nothing. So Chiesa, I'm not going to be too harsh on, even though what you're saying is correct. Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollfoot. I've got a third thing to add on to your long name now. I'm going to say Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollfoot. Red Rebellion says, "Oh my, these accounts, yeah." You've got Jeremy Frimpong to add to the list. It's the real Jeremy Frimpong. Yeah, I'm glad he's here. He must have landed back in Leverkusen from his medical today. No, but to be fair, you can get I think you can get Wi-Fi on planes these days if you pay. And I'm sure Jeremy Frimpong has enough money to pay for Wi-Fi. Matthew Davies says Bradley pushing for that right back spot though. I've been impressed with him, Bradley. Like in general this season, I've been impressed with him, but he's playing with a level of urgency today that the other players are not really showing. The other players are playing like the league is won, whereas Bradley is playing like a player who's got a point to prove. And I suppose he does have a point to prove, given that we're signing this guy in the chat. So yeah, I mean, he's playing like he's got a point to prove, and he's doing it. He's doing a good job of it. And this is, I guess this is the beauty of competition, right? If there's competition in multiple positions, that one player cannot get lazy. That player will put in extra effort, and we benefit from it. So yeah, it's good to see. Here he is again. Had two players on him, but still almost kind of got through. So I think that's really positive. I'll set the timer back up, guys. Red Rebellion says our players are on the beach. Yeah, probably Formby Beach. I think that's their that would be their choice of a beach. Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollerfort, says I'm the new fish now. What happened to the old fish? Oh my god! I just realized your TikTok picture is Dexter, and you're saying you're the new fish. So what have you done to the old fish? Like, I've only seen a few episodes of Dexter, but did you take fish out of water? Did you pull him out? Did you suffocate him with oxygen? Because that's something Dexter would do. Matthew Davies says, I'm guessing Simicast will be leaving if Kirkes comes in. I think so too. So as kind of everyone's aware, our two left backs are Simicast and Robertson. With Simicast, he's got a longer contract and he's younger, which means we would get more value for him if we sold him. Whereas with Robertson, he's just got 1 year left. He's older. He's a leadership figure in the dressing room as well. So I think what will happen, and this seems to be the general consensus, is that Simicast will go. We'll get 20 million. Kirkes will come in as a starter, and Robertson will be the backup. I think that's probably the most sensible thing. Rollfort, aka Dexter, aka Leighton, says me and Fish had boxing fight in water. Wow, it couldn't have ended well for the existing Fish if there's a new Fish. I mean, forget about King of the Jungle. You are king of the sea. You are Aquaman. Minte is on the floor there, but thankfully he's all right. Why is McAllister not playing in the McAllister derby? Like, is he injured? Apparently McAllister's still on holiday. His top 10 hottest players is mine now. Yeah, you could come up with a new list. Just to give you some background information, I have made position 5 on that list before, so I need to be somewhere on there. I don't have to be position 5, but so somewhere on the list is good. Is good enough. The thing is with Fish's list though, if you wanna accurately be the new Fish, your list has to be full of mistakes. So you have to put yourself in position 2, but yourself also in position 6, and yourself also in position 10, because that's the list he used to make, the old Fish. He'd put himself in like 3 different positions. Like, what the hell? He quite likes Carlos Vela as well. That's one of his favourites. Free kick for Brighton. Harvey Elliott lying on the floor. Nice free kick, but nice save by Alisson. Dawood says there's a new fish in town. There is a new fish in town. I don't know whether to celebrate or kind of be concerned. I cannot escape the fish. Corner cleared. Ooh, Alisson with a nice save there. Brighton get the ball back though. Ooh. So Bosley just pushed that player over like in his face. What was that about? Damn, just pushed his face. Come on, Dominic, that's not very nice. Free kick. Alisson should save that. He does. Alisson slowing the game down a little bit. KONATE. Ooh, so Bosley thinks he's Gravenberch doing those kind of turns. Those kind of little swivels. So now we just need to figure out who is replacing Nunes. Yes. I mean, there are some rumors. That that's what the whole WIRTZ thing is about. That we're not going to buy an out-and-out striker, and we're going to play Florian WIRTZ in that kind of a position. I'd be interested to see that. It would be a risk, I think, to a certain degree, but certain risks do pay off. So it would be interesting to see that. I've seen certain links to Hugo Ekitike, who I believe is a Frankfurt striker. I don't know what people's opinions are on him, but every time I've seen him, I've been underwhelmed. I don't think Ekitike is it. The asking price, especially given the asking price. Chiesa, see, if a defender didn't get in the way, Chiesa is scoring that. But yeah, Ekatike's asking price is 100 million euros, which seems ludicrous. Oh, here's Gakpo. Gakpo to Salah. Oh, how has he missed that? I think that might have been a. I think that might have been a last-ditch tackle, possibly. Okay, so we've got Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollfort, aka New Fish's List. 10 is me, 9 is Old Fish, 8 is Harvey Elliott. Oh, Harvey Elliott's a new entry. 7 is me. Okay, this is already accurate. 6 is Salah's left toe. 5 is his eyebrow. 4 is Carlos Vela. 3 is you. I mean, the fact that it's repeating the same person in multiple positions makes me think this is a lot more realistic than I was thinking. So fair play. You've done a very good job. Andy says, who to replace Nunez? A piece of paper, an empty can, a newborn ant. I mean, we can go through those options one by one. I think a newborn ant will have a brain that's a bit too big for the brain that Nunez has right now. So I don't think a newborn ant would be accurate. On a piece of paper, you can write 4 words of English, which is double the words of English that Darwin Núñez knows. So piece of paper ain't going to be it. And the fact that an empty can is a hollow vessel, because it's empty, that describes Darwin Núñez's head. So I'd go with empty can, given those choices. Durwood says, thank you for finally adding Elliot to the list. Yeah, Elliot made an entry to the top 10 hottest players list, so it's good to have Harvey there. A traffic cone, possibly. I'm trying to weigh up the merits of a traffic cone versus an empty can. I think a traffic cone is perhaps a more similar size to Darwin Núñez, but it's still like an empty vessel. So I think a traffic cone might be even better. Red Rebellion says, nah, we will sign a striker. I hope so. I hope so. I like the kind of romantic idea of replacing the striker with a number 10. But I think in certain games you might need a plan B. So for certain situations, for certain permutations, it would be nice to have an actual striker on the bench. It doesn't even have to be anyone particularly expensive. Just, 30 million type of striker, 20 million, maybe even less. But like somebody who's an out-and-out striker to take the form of a plan B would be nice. Leighton says you're welcome. It's always good to have those lists. Alisson with the ball again. Alisson's seen a lot of the ball in the last 5 minutes, which is not a good thing. Ooh, here's Bradley again. Bradley with a point to prove. Plays it to Elliot, who also has a point to prove. Plays it to Tsimikas, who's also got a point to prove. Plays it to Gakpo, who doesn't have a point to prove. And then Szoboszlai loses it. Come on, Dominic. When are you getting a haircut, Dominic? I think Slot needs to borrow Dominic his clippers. To be fair, Slot probably doesn't use clippers. He probably uses like a razor, right? Derwood says, why do we know what a donkey sack looks like? Look at them often. I do, watching Liverpool play. Donkey sack has got number 9 on the back. Another corner for Brighton. Brighton getting a bit too much of the ball, if I'm honest. Bit too much of the ball. Old Blue Eye says, I bet this guy goes to the pub and orders a glass of warm milk. That sounds disgusting. Like, if I'm going to have milk, it'll have to be kind of cold milk. Preferably a milkshake. But yeah, warm milk don't go, man. When I was a kid, like, my mom used to give me warm milk because she thought it would make me better when I was sick. It's absolutely disgusting. Alisson is still the boss. He is still the boss. I mean, he's keeping us in this game, as unfortunate as it is to say that. Here's Chiesa. Come on, Chiesa. Chiesa's pressing. It's not really not much is happening with the pressing, but he's trying. Luis Diaz is warming up, thank God. He's not warming up a glass of warm milk. He's warming up on the side of the pitch. Glitbo needs one more assisted. It's still 2, right? As far as I'm aware. Salah hasn't got any assists today, as far as I'm aware. It was Bradley for the first one, and the second one was Elliot, I guess. You must be American. No one likes warm milk but old Americans. Yeah. When I was a lot younger and I used to get sick. Nothing serious, but when I used to get sick, my mom used to give me warm milk and it was absolutely disgusting. And it's still kind of stuck in my mind. Like, the taste of it is horrible. Because she used to say, I don't want you to get a sore throat. Oh, Gakpo. And yeah. Milk needs to be cold, 100%. No, he just got one. Salah. Really? I don't see. I've not seen Salah getting any assists unless I've missed something. You'll have to correct me. Darwin Núñez coming on. Cody Gakpo coming off. Gravenberch coming off. Glitbo, is that the first goal or the second goal? Oh, Chiesa, why is Chiesa coming off? Why is Chiesa coming off? It's like 60 minutes all we get. I think they might have got that wrong, you know, because it was a free kick, and Salah was nowhere near the ball. I think if that's written somewhere, they might have got that wrong. It was a free kick, and Szoboszlai passed it to Elliot, and Elliot passed it to Szoboszlai. Salah was like several meters in the box. Okay, fair enough. It worked out for you then. Prize Picks gave it to me. Yeah. Whoever was doing that probably really wanted Salah to get it. Elliot, good shot. Good shot. Yeah, I guess it worked out. Is that like a, if you can like withdraw your money from that, just withdraw your money immediately before they realize? Because I've even got the live score up here and it says Elliot. Praying he gets one more. Yeah. I don't think Slot's gonna take him off, so he should get a couple. Nunes on the field, yeah, which is precisely what everyone wants to see. Great. I mean, I would have 100% just rather seen Chiesa for another half an hour, but it is what it is. Yeah, Elliot 100% got the assist, but it's okay. Glitbo says that his thing cleared. It's had a green light, so I think he might win something. Yeah, that worked out quite nicely then, I guess. Ooh, Curtis Jones. Jones to Diaz. I got a good feeling about Diaz in this game. He looks lively. Trying to win 1K from $20. It looks like the answer is just keep putting Salah for everything. Like even if he doesn't assist, they'll green light it that he did the assist. New Fish, aka Leighton, aka Dexter, aka Rollford, says New Fish runs TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Clearly, the old fish only really ran YouTube, but the new fish is just taking over. Yeah, just put Salah for everything. That's the easiest way to victory. Strange sub, says Pixel. What makes you say that? Diaz is on. I think Diaz will look quite lively. Oh, here's Nunes. Here's the opportunity. Bradley. Salah. Oh God, keepers saved it. I'm disappointed to kind of see Nunes come on, but that's a constant thing. Yeah, Big Dom was pretty good. Big Dom and his big hair. Got a nice goal, looked lively. Playing in a more deeper position today than he kind of typically does, because Elliot is in the number 10 position. But yeah, he's looked pretty good. I'm happy that Diaz is on, but I'm unhappy that Chiesa is off, and I'm unhappy that Szoboszlai is off. Here's Nunes. Fuck me, Jesus Christ! What the hell was that? Like the ball just went to Nunes. I don't know if you saw that. Ball went to Nunes. He decided to kind of swivel on it. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I think it might have gone out for a corner. I thought he just swiveled on it and the ball went out. But given it's a corner, he must have been tackled. Not that I dislike him or anything. I don't. I mean, I'm sure he's a lovely fella, but... Crossed in. Have I left the door open? No, I haven't. I'm just wondering. Brighton making a few subs here. If we win this, we go to 86 points, which is pretty good in my book. Here's Brighton though. Here's Mitoma. Oh my god. Another good save by Alisson. Oh, and then Mitoma scores. Doesn't he? Of course he scores. Of course he scores. Of course, the one sub that they make has an immediate impact. But the gazillion subs that we make just swivel around like it's musical chairs. Yeah, he's onside. I mean, I like how kind of Mitoma displayed the intelligence to get into the middle. You know what I mean? He started the move out wide and then immediately ran into the middle of the box because he thought the ball might fall, and that's exactly what happened. The defense needs to help Alisson out, man. I don't know why I went so Geordie there. Needs to help him out, man. But like even Alisson there, like he saved the first one. Like what more can the guy do? Yeah, I'm not feeling the Kwanzaa experiment. Like Brighton have just scored, right? And now Brighton are on the attack again. Like, is this deja vu? Like, no, it's not, because they're 2-2 up. Like, they've just scored. Like, why are they attacking again? And Alisson has to come out and claim it. Brighton at home are a pain. I'm seeing that now. They don't seem to ever give up. Whereabouts are they in the league? They're 8th position. Brighton player gone down, but that's not a penalty. Oh, whenever they start doing that, it's like don't listen down your earpiece. Just wave it on. I think that's Minter and then UEFA. So Arne Slot's former player at Feyenoord goes down. I'm sure Slot would. Nah, it's like, mate, Tsimikas is like half the size of you, and when I say half the size of you, I mean a third the size of you. Don't go down. That's embarrassing. It's okay, says Leighton. Proper dive. What was a proper dive? Proper dive to the point where it's just embarrassing. I'd like to see more yellow cards be given out for dives. Because if you can get a yellow card these days for kicking the ball away, surely diving is a worse crime. Here's Alisson now. Like, I'm grateful for Alisson, but I swear the entirety of the last 10 minutes have been in our box. Not in our half, in our box. And Brighton get the ball back again. Let me make you happy and revive Fish. I'm glad to hear he's revivable. I thought he might have died a violent death at the hands of Dexter. But it's good to know there's a way back for the original Fish. Man, how does Matoma keep that in? Why doesn't Slot bring Trent on? I could do with some comedy. I could do with a bit of booing. Oh my God, he's been flushed down your toilet. So you had just so that I understand, you had a boxing match underwater. You then pulled him out of the water. So after beating him up, you then suffocated him with oxygen because you must have pulled him out of the water. And then you transported him to your toilet. And then you flushed him down. To be honest, he might like being flushed because he can breathe in the toilet water. You know what I mean? That might be a positive for him. I've seen people come back from worse. Salah here. He decided to take it on the right hand side instead of cutting inside. Oh, there's a player dead. Liverpool player. Is it Bradley? It's not Bradley. Who is that? Oh, it's Elliot. But Gravenberch is playing on anyway. Gravenberch don't care. Goes to Salah. Oh, come on, Curtis Jones. Oh, has Nunes missed that? Diaz and Jones did all the hard work. Gave it like... One more game of this guy. One more game. Of Mr. Uruguay. How has he missed that? Derwood says, Endo! Let's get Endo on for Nunes. Even Endo would do more up front. Endo probably on for Gravenberch though, realistically speaking. Oh, who is he on already? Oh, on for Bradley, okay. That's why I'm the new Fish. Es Diaz. Okay, at least we're kind of coming back into the game, which is a positive. I'm a human Dexter, Rollfort, Leighton, Fish. Tell me that ain't improved. I mean, that seems like a significant improvement to me. Mitoma again. Mitoma up against Endo. What the hell happened there? Mitoma's cross kind of beat everybody. But thankfully it's offside. Yeah, but it does sound like a significant improvement to me. I'm getting slightly concerned that the original Fish might actually be dead. But It is what it is. He lived a good life. The original fish lived a good life. Just carefree, swimming every day, swimming and then watching Liverpool games and then going for another swim. So he had a fulfilling life, the original fish. Drew says, Liverpool are a tired team. They do look pretty tired. Can't lie. Certain players look very tired. Certain players, to be honest, I feel like they're using this as their opportunity because they haven't been given opportunities during the season. So Bradley looked quite lively. Elliott's got a goal and assist, but yeah, generally speaking, team does look tired. The team is playing like a team that has nothing to play for anymore, which I get, which I understand. I'm not sure everyone is fully sober, well, apart from Salah and apart from KONATE. But Tsimikas, who just lost the ball there, is still drunk as hell. Ooh, here's Kwanzaa. Here's Kwanzaa running all the way down the pitch thinking he's Joe Matip. And I took his friend Robbie. What did you do with his friend Robbie? Or do I not want to know? Red Rebellion says hangovers, yeah. They do look pretty hungover. It's funny because certain players look very hungover and certain players don't. So you can tell you can tell who's been on it and kind of who hasn't. Drew says they've become predictable. Yeah, I think to a certain degree. Equally, like I'm not going to be kind of too harsh on them for this because it's a kind of changed upside, if you know what I mean. So no Van Dijk, no McAllister, no Jota. So I'm not too concerned. I'd still like them to win, but if they don't win, it's a result that you forget about within like 5 minutes and then kind of get on with your day kind of thing. It's definitely one of those. But from a tactical perspective, it'll be interesting to see how the makeup of this team changes with the new additions. Let's say he's with Fish. Oh my god. So Leighton has finished off the original Fish and also finished off Robbie. I mean, Fish, fair enough. Fish seems like he's committed a few crimes in his day. I don't know if Robbie was an innocent party here, but maybe guilty by association. But Salah looks hungover. He does actually look quite hungover. I was going to say maybe he's hungover on Pepsi, but I don't even think he drinks Pepsi. I think he seems like the type of guy that only drinks water. Can we see Trent come on, please, to get booed? Oh, God. Well, I guess there's no chance of him coming on, given that Endo came on for Bradley. Kirkers down the left and Frimpong down the right is what I'm looking forward to next season. Me too. It's been a while since we've had marauding fullbacks up and down the right and the left. Like, probably since like 2020. 2020 was 5 years ago. It doesn't feel like it. That's crazy, isn't it? But yeah, I'd say we haven't really had marauding fullback since then. So it would be a nice throwback in certain ways. The good thing is about those two is they will provide extra capability for the football line. They'll free up space. So if you've got Frimpong running up and down the right hand side, frees up space for Salah. And if it doesn't free up space for Salah, then it will free up space for Frimpong, because there's only so many players on the pitch. And same with Kirkes and maybe Diaz or Gakpo on the left hand side. Ooh, Brighton through, cleared by Kwanzaa. Don't clear it to Mitoma. Oh, for fuck's sake. I did say don't clear it to me. Oh, yeah. Stick your flag up. That's an offside. I'm with you on that, assistant referee. I know I've hated on PGMOL. I know we considered calling them GOML and removing the P. But I'm glad for them there. Yeah, clear offside. You don't know what Robbie has done. He's a shark and he bit my eyebrow. So I flushed him down the toilet. This is just a start. Okay, that's interesting and a bit worrying, because if flushing him down the toilet is just a start, where's this going? Like, you must have access to like the drainage system to then retrieve him after he's been flushed. But then what are you going to do to him? I probably don't want to know. Come on, Hangover FC. My thing's just frozen for a bit. What? How's that onside? You look like a mile offside. What's going on? My thing keeps freezing, but like, I'm gonna have a boxing match with him. A boxing match with him after he's been flushed down the loo. Who was playing him onside there? Kwanzaa's man again. Okay, why is he celebrating like he's won the treble? I mean, calm down, mate. Oh no, onside. Yeah, who was playing him onside? Like, they showed the whole like automated offside thing, but you know the whole automated offside thing just shows like grey bodies, so it doesn't tell you who it was. Fish says sorry. The original Fish is back. Robin them says they deserve. We've been terrible. Indeed, we can't say that they have been robbing them, because they have genuinely deserved it. I think Brighton have wanted it more. Appreciate this isn't our first string lineup and all, but Brighton have never kind of given up. we've kind of sat on our laurels after going ahead, saying, you know what, we're champions, we don't need to bother. Well, you do need to bother, because if you don't bother, nonsense like this will happen. Oh well, I'm sure the team will be off to, I don't know, Malaga or something for another piss up before they get back for the final game. Yeah, I'm all good with experimenting, but the Kwanzaa experiment needs to stop, and the Nunes experiment needed to stop 2 years ago. But yeah, experiment the other positions. Maybe stick a few youngsters on. Might as well. Oh god, they're through here. Don't tell me it's Mitoma. Oh, thankfully they fluffed that up. Yeah. No more Kwanzaa experimentation. I appreciate we're putting them in the shop window, but they're losing value. Rolford, aka Leighton, aka Dexter, says I've got to go. Bye. Take care, Leighton. Appreciate your comments and appreciate your top 10 list. Take care. See you soon. Man, even now it's like Brighton are just trying to get a fourth. We got Endo. We have Endo, who's the best Japanese player on the pitch. Sorry, Mitoma. Eight minutes of injury time. Well, thank the Lord for that. Maybe we can concede one more. Sorry, maybe we can score an equalizer. Gravenberch, aka Gravenberg, which is apparently the Dutch way to say it. I've probably got that wrong, but you know. Elliott's on the right hand side. Man, does this mean Salah's only got one game now versus the FA Cup holders to get his 2 assists? I mean, that might be a good thing, because Palace won't really be bothering either. We can't even pass out the back. Like as soon as we attempt to pass out the back, we just do a poor pass and then it gets intercepted. Pass, whatever you call it. Oh well, at least we're lifting a trophy the next game. That's always nice. Tottenham or United will lift a trophy first, because apparently the Europa League final is on Wednesday, which I didn't realise until today. There's Luis Diaz. Ooh, come on, Lucho. For God's sake. Nunes is on the left now. I'm not sure how much that actually matters, but that's where he is. looks like the players are really in holiday mode already. They are. They look like they've been called into work, like on their day off. They look like they've been called into work like halfway during their holiday, and then once this work day is finished, they're gonna go back to holiday wherever they were. Like, I get it, to be fair. Again, KONATE's passing has been woeful today. There he just... I was going to say something really bad, but then I didn't. But there he just passed it straight to Mitoma. KONATE needs to wake up. And KONATE doesn't even drink, so he doesn't have that excuse. It's the Liverpool way kindness. Have to give the top 10 hopes for Europe next season. I mean, you're right about that. We're providing a service here. We're being compassionate. We're being compassionate and caring. You know. Really, they should be thanking us. It is a bit crazy that Alisson can pass better than KONATE. The next game is going to be the last one in this famous kit. League winning kit. Yeah, if we could just not pass it around the back and actually make a bit of effort to get the ball forward, that would be fantastic. That would be spiffingly wonderful. Okay, long pass. Oh, for God's sake, Kwanzaa. Why is Kwanzaa drunk? Like, Kwanzaa's done nothing the entire season. Like, who's paying for his drinks? Why is he even drinking? I haven't even updated the score, but I was thinking, oh, it's only a draw. That's all right. That's okay. But evidently, it's not only a draw. Simicast. Yeah, even Brighton are playing like they're drunk now. Simicast heads it out. And it's a Brighton throw in. Final whistle, says Red Rebellion. I'm guessing we didn't. Yes, final whistle. Final whistle for me too. Well, a 3-2 loss for the champions is not what you want, but it seems every time I write champs at the top, we just don't get a good result. So, have we won a game since winning the league? I don't think we have, but that's life sometimes. Yeah, what can you do, eh? What can you do? Mitoma was very good. Mitoma looked very effective. Never mind. It is what it is. It is what it is. Who's playing tomorrow? Is it Man City tomorrow? Yeah, Man City Bournemouth tomorrow. Probs. Europa League final on Thursday. So Wednesday, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, same here. I'm not too fussed. Like we'd rather win the game, but it's more a case of, oh, we lost. Like I'll forget about this result in like 5 minutes. Once I just go and do something. So yeah, not too fussed either. But cool. That was fun. Nonetheless, always fun. Always fun. Doing these watch-alongs. In terms of the next one, it will probably be Man City Bournemouth tomorrow. I figured let's do as many of these as I can, because soon enough we will not have any. We'll have none because there will be no games left. But yeah, Man City Bournemouth tomorrow, and then there's the Europa League final on Wednesday, which is Tottenham Man United. And then I don't think there's anything on Thursday, Friday, so it might have to be the weekend after that. But yeah, Kwanzaa is not it, and I appreciate most of the squad is hungover, but why is Kwanzaa celebrating? He's done nothing all season. He can't pass. He can't defend. Like, why is he celebrating? He doesn't have an excuse to play poorly. This was his opportunity to do something, and he did nothing with it. Durwood says, bye after my granddaughter birthday party. Very nice. Enjoy, Durwood. Hope you have a fantastic party. And yeah, see you soon. Red Rebellion says, good stream. See you all soon. See you soon too. Appreciate your comments and appreciate you guys being here. As I said, next one will be tomorrow. Japan, the Samurai Blue. It's a nice username. Once we lost to Chelsea, drew to Arsenal. Didn't care how we ended, though we must end well on the last game for reputation wise. Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm not too fussed about kind of how these results are kind of going, because the league's already won, but it is still nice to win rather than to lose them. But I think the next point you made as well, we need to finish strong on the last game. Finish strong. Go out with a win. Just for, I'd say for reputation wise, yes, but also kind of for mental strength to kind of finish on a high. I think that's important. The good news is that fixture will be against Crystal Palace, who will also be kind of hungover. So, two hungover teams. I'm happy for Mitoma. I'm going to see him in the Conference League. I'm happy for him. Yes, Mitoma looked very dangerous when he came on. I think he came on at like 66 minutes. Constant threat on that left-hand side. His goal was very good. He kind of did a little 1-2 from the left-hand side and then immediately got into the box and tapped it in. Mitoma's very dangerous. I was hoping Endo would perhaps have a word with Mitoma and say, Mitoma, slow down a bit, but he did not have a word with Mitoma. And Mitoma kind of put the nail in our coffin. Mitoma has always had everything but his conversion mostly. His goal was good. Surprised he put it away. Yeah, it was. It it was a nice little kind of 1-2. It was really intelligent, like how he played the pass on the left and then immediately ran into the box. Like he was psychic and he knew what was going to happen. So yeah, nice goal. Nice goal by Mitoma. Top 5 dribblers in the league he is, and top 1 thesis writer in the league he is also. I mean, he's a dangerous player. Yeah, he's a dangerous player. Played well today. It is what it is. Cool. As I said, be back tomorrow. Man City versus Bournemouth. That should be interesting. And then Wednesday, it's the Europa League final. Man United versus Spurs. So yeah, those will be the next 2 games. Hopefully see some of you guys there. And yeah, we'll go from there. Just on Mitoma, I'd like him to play for Liverpool, but I feel people will not watch the games properly and expect stat padding. Yeah, I hear you. That's one of the kind of downsides, I guess, to playing for a Champions League team. And I'm guilty of it as well, so I can't really take the high road. But yeah, I think a lot of what Mitoma does is not reflected in the stats. So I think if you kind of look at stats, then you'll be like, oh, he's not really doing much, but he offers a lot on the pitch. He's good at kind of freeing up space as well and taking defenders away, and that's typically something that doesn't really translate to stats. He would get critics for it if he didn't have GA, as no one looks at the games otherwise. Yeah. It would be, that would happen, but he's appreciated. He's appreciated by people who actually watch the games rather than kind of just looking at the stat board. Yeah, and you made a comparison there to kind of Luis Diaz. Very similar. In the kind of way they play. In some ways, kind of Gakpo is the opposite in the sense that he does kind of get goals and assists, perhaps not as flashy as, say, a Mitoma or a Diaz. So in some ways, the Gakpo is the opposite in some ways. But yeah, cool. All right, I'm going to head off now. But yeah, hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow. Man City versus Bournemouth. And then Spurs versus United on Wednesday. Career mode says Tottenham winning. I hope so. I would really love Spurs to win it, because then we can say Crystal Palace have won a trophy, London club. Spurs have won a trophy, London club. And hopefully if Chelsea win the Conference League, then Chelsea will also have won a trophy, London club. And then it's just more things to laugh at Arsenal about. Because if Palace won a trophy, Tottenham won a trophy, and Chelsea won a trophy, it will just make Arsenal fans look even more silly. Diaz is more than Salah on overall carrying of the ball, but Salah's been lethal job in the final. Yeah, Salah's conversion is very good. I think Diaz's creativity is very good, and the way Diaz creates space as well is also kind of very good. Trophy. Mitoma's Magic says hi. Hope you're good. I'm just about to go now, but I will be back tomorrow. Don't worry about that. Third decisions. Career mode says yes. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, I've never said that before, but I'll be saying it this week. Up the Spurs. Anyway, night, brother. Yeah, good night. Good night to you too. Yeah, people sometimes obsess over stats a bit too much and kind of favor stats over the other aspects. But I think the wider point is that all aspects of the games are important. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. We'll be back tomorrow, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock for Man City, Bournemouth. See, you can now need to go to sleep because I don't remember who's playing. Yeah. Good luck with your week as well. I appreciate your comments as always. And yeah, we'll hopefully see some of you guys soon. But yeah, take care, guys. Enjoy. Cheers.